Most people grow these 5 plants and sell them for almost nothing. But there are growers right now selling the exact same plants for 10 times more. And they're not doing anything complicated. They're just doing one extra step that most people have never even thought about. If you watched our last video, you already know there are plants out there that can replace a full salary on a quarter acre. But here's something even more interesting. Some of those exact same plants are worth dramatically more if you do one specific thing to them before you sell them. We're not talking about a small difference. We're talking about taking something that sells for $2 and turning it into something that sells for $20 or $30. Same plant, same garden, same growing conditions, one extra step after harvest. Today I'm going to walk you through 5 specific plants, what they sell for raw and what they sell for after fermentation. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why fermentation is the most powerful income multiplier any small grower has access to. Here's the real problem with selling raw plants. You are always competing on price. Your garlic looks the same as the garlic at the grocery store. Your turmeric is the same as every other turmeric being sold online. Buyers compare prices and they pick the cheapest option, every single time. So your margin stays thin no matter how good your growing is. But a jar of fermented garlic honey? A bottle of fermented turmeric paste? Nobody is comparing that to anything at the supermarket, because the supermarket doesn't sell it. You are in a completely different category. You're selling a handcrafted wellness product with a story, a process, and documented health benefits that people will happily pay real money for. That is the shift. From commodity to specialty product. And these 5 plants are the best candidates for making that shift because they're already widely grown, already proven to sell, and already have huge demand in the premium wellness market. Number 1, garlic. Let's start here because almost every grower already has it. Raw garlic at a farmer's market goes for about $1 to $3 per bulb. It's everywhere. Everyone sells it. The margin is thin and the competition is constant. Now take those same garlic cloves and ferment them in raw honey for 4 to 6 weeks. What you get is called fermented garlic honey. Right now it's one of the most searched wellness products on Etsy and at farmers markets across the country. Small producers are selling 8-ounce jars for $18 to $30. Some premium listings go even higher than that. Think about that for a second. The ingredient cost is a bulb of garlic and some honey. The process requires 4 to 6 weeks of waiting. Not daily work, just waiting. A jar that costs you less than $1 to produce sells for $25. And here's what makes fermented garlic uniquely powerful as a product. It actually gets more valuable the longer it sits. Raw garlic on a shelf for a month loses value, starts to dry out, starts to lose potency. A jar of fermented garlic honey sitting on that same shelf for a month is still fermenting, still developing flavor, still getting better. You are selling a living product. That is the opposite of everything else in the produce market. Number 2, turmeric. Raw turmeric root sells for about $4 to $8 per pound at farmers markets and specialty stores. That's decent. But it's not where the real money is. Here's the thing about turmeric. The compound that makes it so valuable for health, curcumin, is famously hard for the body to absorb. That's why supplement companies spend millions of dollars adding special extracts to their turmeric products just to improve absorption. Fermentation solves this problem naturally. The fermentation process breaks down the plant's cell walls and makes curcumin dramatically more available to the body. A 4-ounce jar of fermented turmeric paste from a small artisan producer sells for $15 to $25 at farmers markets and wellness shops. You are no longer selling a spice by the pound. You are selling a functional health product by the jar. That distinction changes everything about how customers perceive your pricing. Number 3, ginger. Fresh ginger root at a market goes for $2 to $4 per pound. It's common, widely available, and buyers treat it exactly like a commodity because it is one. Fermented ginger is completely different. The most popular format right now is fermented ginger shots, small concentrated bottles that people take daily for digestion, energy, and immune support. Wellness brands sell these shots for $3 to $5 each. A single pound of ginger root can produce a significant number of shots. The math works strongly in your favor. The second format that sells consistently well is fermented ginger paste, jarred and ready to use in cooking or tea. Small producers on Etsy regularly sell these for $12 to $20 for a small jar. Customers who buy it once tend to come back because it becomes part of their daily routine. Number 4. Ashwagandha. The dried root already sells for $25 to $60 per pound. But fermented ashwagandha takes that price point even further. Ashwagandha is what's called an adaptogen. It helps the body manage stress, improve sleep, and maintain energy. The problem is that many of the beneficial compounds in raw or dried ashwagandha don't survive the digestive process intact. Fermentation breaks down the root in a way that makes those compounds much more usable by the body. Fermented ashwagandha tinctures and pastes are sold by premium wellness brands for $30 to $60 for a small bottle. The adaptogen market is one of the fastest growing categories in health and wellness right now. Growing your own and fermenting it places you directly into that premium space with almost no competition from mass market suppliers. Number 5. Moringa. This is the plant that grows 15 feet in a single year and gives you 3 income streams from one plant. But there is a 4th income stream that almost every moringa grower completely misses. Fermented moringa powder. Moringa already has some of the highest iron and protein content of any plant on Earth. The fermentation process increases the absorption of those nutrients significantly. Most moringa growers sell their powder for $8 to $15 per pound. The same powder, fermented and packaged in a small premium format, sells for 3 to 5 times that in the wellness market. You grew the same plant. You put in the same work. The fermentation step is what captures the extra value. Let's bring this together. If you're already growing any of these 5 plants, you have everything you need to start. The fermentation itself costs almost nothing. Salt, water, jars, and time. No equipment purchases. No complicated setup. A jar of fermented garlic honey that costs you less than $1 in ingredients sells for $25. A small bottle of fermented turmeric paste that cost $1 to make sells for $20. A bag of fermented moringa powder that costs $2 to produce sells for $40 or more. And one last thing. Fermented products have a shelf life of 6 months to over a year. Raw produce spoils in days or weeks. Fermented products sit in your storage getting better while you grow the next batch. You're not racing against spoilage anymore. You're building inventory. 5 plants. Garlic. Fermented in honey, 10 times the value of raw. Turmeric. Fermented paste, premium wellness market. Ginger. Fermented shots and paste, daily use product that keeps customers coming back. Ashwagandha. Fermented tinctures, fastest growing wellness category. Moringa, fermented powder, 3 to 5 times the price of raw. Same garden, 1 extra step, 10 times the revenue. Watch that one next. 15 plants that can actually replace your salary.